Assalamu alaikum, everybody all over the world. How are you doing today? I would like to talk to the international world about two international issues of Palestine and Jammu Kashmir. As you know that these issues are very chronic, and we request you that you need to take action against cruel and brutal occupiers, those who illegally occupied the states of Jammu and Kashmir and Palestine. I want to tell you that the people of Palestine and Jammu and Kashmir, they are suffering very seriously. Their children, men and women, are being tortured and killed every day from the last many decades. In occupied Jammu and Kashmir, India is illegally occupying the state of Jammu and Kashmir since 1948. Nearly 800,000 Indian forces are deployed in occupied state of Jammu and Kashmir, whereas the total population of the state of Jammu and Kashmir is 8 million. So what was the requirement to deploy heavy armed forces in state of Jammu and Kashmir by the BJP government of India? So I would suggest them that they should withdraw their forces from occupied Jammu and Kashmir and hand over the control of Jammu and Kashmir to the people of Jammu and Kashmir and give them their right of self-determination that was promised by the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in 1948, and according to the resolutions of the United Nations which are pending there, they must be given their right of self-determination so that they could decide that they want to make occupied Jammu and Kashmir as an independent country, or they want to join Pakistan or any other country. This would be their decision what they want to decide in coming days, once the Kashmir is liberated from illegal occupation of India. Similarly, the problems of Palestine are very serious. The women and children are being raped every day. Men and women are being tortured and killed every day from the last many decades. So we request international world to intervene in these two issues, in these two problems, so that the people of state of Jammu and Kashmir and state of Palestine could be helped and they could get rid of illegal occupants in Palestine and occupied Jammu and Kashmir. I would like to tell you that the Jewish people, they are not the owners of the Palestinian lands. They came from other places and they were brought to the Palestinian lands nearly 100 years ago by the British government, and then the British government left, and the Jews, the Israeli government, the people of Israel, they keep on increasing their occupation in different areas of Palestine. So that is absolutely illegal occupation, in illegal encroachment in the Palestinian lands, and we condemn the illegal occupation of Israel in the state of Palestine. We are supporters of Palestine and state of Jammu and Kashmir, and we want that both states must be given independence and freedom from illegal occupants, those who are aggressors and oppressors in the state of Palestine and state of Jammu and Kashmir. The Jewish government, the government of Israel, has no right to occupy the different areas and the different territories of Palestine no longer anymore, because these territories don't belong to Israeli people or the Jewish people. Those territories belong to the people of Palestine, and they are the Muslims of the state of Palestine. Similarly, the state of Jammu and Kashmir belongs to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, those who are in majority, and 85% people living in state of Jammu and Kashmir, they are Muslims. So only 15% population of the state of Jammu and Kashmir, they are Hindus, or maybe some belonging to some other beliefs. The Indian government very recently they revoked Article 370, which gave very special status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir and the people of Jammu and Kashmir. That was illegal action of India to revoke Article 370. Again, the Indian government they introduced another bill of CAA, Citizens Amendment Act, and got it passed from their Indian Parliament. There wasn't any requirement to introduce this bill of Citizens Amendment Act because the people are living from the last many centuries in India, and they are the citizens of India. Nobody came from other countries, and now they are residents. They are not residents in India coming from those. If you think that they came from other countries, nobody is going to India from other countries to live there. There wasn't any requirement to live in India if they are not the citizens of India. But those who are the citizens of India, they are living in India from the last many centuries, and they born in India, and it is their right to live in India, and they don't need to produce any sort of documents because they born in India and they are the citizens of India, whether they are Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs, or Christians. India has 1.3 billion population, which is a very large population in subcontinent in the South Asia. So I would urge the international world to intervene in these two international problems so that the people of India, the people of Jammu Kashmir and the people of Palestine, they could get freedom from illegal occupiers and illegal occupants. There are resolutions pending in the United Nations about Jammu and Kashmir, which are still pending, and the decision of the resolutions have not taken out. But the BJP government of India, they are illegally occupying the different territories of Jammu and Kashmir. As I said earlier, the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the Indian leader, he was a very old leader, and he was a very senior leader, and he was a partner and mate of Mahatma Gandhi long ago. So Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru made a promise to the people of Jammu and Kashmir that they will be given a right of self-determination so that they could decide their own fate, whether they want to make Jammu Kashmir as an independent country or they want to join Pakistan. It was done by the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, but later he backed out of his promise, and from the last 72 years, the people of Jammu and Kashmir, they are suffering very seriously. The few years ago, the children, men and women, were shot with the pellet guns. That was also an inhuman action of the Indian forces, Indian army and Indian security forces in the state of Jammu and Kashmir against the Muslims of Jammu and Kashmir. So India must give independence to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and also the Israeli people. They must withdraw their forces from the Palestinian territories, and the Palestinians should be given freedom from the illegal occupiers, those who are called Israeli, the Jewish people, and the people of Jammu and Kashmir. They must be given independence and freedom from illegal occupants, those who are Indian Army. So these are my views, these are my requests to the international world, that international world must pay attention towards these two very special issues, very chronic issues need to be sorted out. So international world is requested to please pay attention towards these two international problems and help sorting out these international problems of Palestine and Jammu and Kashmir. This is the responsibility of the international world, the European Union, the Islamic Organization of Islamic countries. They must pay attention to the people of Jammu and Kashmir and the people of Palestine. There is a very big Arab world, and there are about 55 countries in the Arab world. So Arab world, they must consider the problems, the atrocities done to the people of Palestine and the state of Jammu and Kashmir. The Arab world must take notice of it, and they should help getting liberation and freedom from the illegal occupants in Jammu and Kashmir and state of Palestine. This is the responsibility of the Arab world as well, the responsibility of the Islamic countries to play their role, so that the suffering people, those who are being tortured and killed every day, they could get independence from illegal occupiers in state of Jammu and Kashmir and in the state of Palestine. So this is my request to the international world, that you must help the innocent people of Jammu and Kashmir and the state of Palestine, those who are suffering very badly, and they need your help. Yeah. Thank you very much, all of you. Have a nice day. I'm Professor Sardar Naseem Ejaz.